Hello, Williams class. For your maths arithmetic today, the questions are as follows. 2 times 9. What is 27 shared into 3? What is 782 as a Roman numeral? What number is next in the sequence? 8, 11, 14, 17. 4 times 7. 64 divided by 8. What is 6 kilometers in meters? 5,843 plus 4,136. 9,875, take away 1,010. 42 divided by 7. Your answers are as follows. 2 times 9 equals 18. What is 27 shared into 3? 9. What is 782 as a Roman numeral? D, C, C, L, X, 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 1, 1, or I. What number is next in the sequence? 8, 11, 14, 17, 20. 4 times 7 equals 28. 64 divided by 8 equals 8. What is 6 kilometers in meters? 6,000 meters. 5,843 plus 4,136 equals 9,979. 9,875 take away 1,010 equals 8,865. 42 divided by 7 equals 6. Our lesson's objective for today is, can I add more than 2 fractions together? So by the end of this lesson, you will have learned to add fractions using bar models, and you will be able to use a number line to add fractions. Let's have a little recap with this question. Maya starts at 0 and counts forwards in steps of the same fraction each time. She says the number 1.5. What fraction could Maya be counting in, and how many steps could she have made? Have a go at answering that for me. If I was to do this question, I would say that the fraction that she is counting in would be half. This is just my opinion. You could have a different sum that she might be, or a different fraction that she could be counting in. If she counted in a half, then that means that she would have taken how many steps? A half, 1.5. I would have then said that she's taken 3 steps. However, if you have said that she's counted in a different fraction, then you will have a different answer to me. So if you have done so, then post it on Tapestry for me to see. We are going to use these models to add the fractions. So here we have our first fraction, which is 2/7 plus 2/7. So that's 2/7 plus 2/7. Now the way in which we add these together is, first of all, if you remember from last time, our denominator does not change, so it will be over 7. All you have to do is, using these bar models, count up how many yellow squares you have, because those are the ones you're adding together. So count the yellow squares for me. You have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that would be our numerator. And what's our answer altogether? 4/7, 4 out of 7. Let's try the next question. 3/5 plus 4/5 equals, so first of all, the denominator doesn't change because the size of the bars aren't changing. But what you are doing is you're adding the number of coloured squares together. So regardless of the colour, don't think about the fact that some of them are green and some of them are orange. You add them all together. So let's count them together now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 7/5. But we don't like to leave it like that, where the numerator is bigger than the denominator. Can you see the top number here is bigger than the bottom number? We don't like that. We are going to write the fraction as we see the bars showing us the fraction. So how many whole parts can you see there? How many whole bars can you see? You can see that 1 bar has been completely shaded in. And then how many blocks are left over? 2. And how many parts do we have all together in that 1 bar? 5. So as a mixed number fraction, you would write 1 and 2/5. 1 being your whole bar that's been coloured in with a remainder of 2, and each of the bars has 5 parts altogether, so it's over 5. And also, before I forget to mention, the reason why it's 2/5 and not something else is because 2 out of the 5 has been shaded in. So this is our 1 whole. This is our 1 whole. This is showing us that 2 out of 5 has been shaded in. So as an answer, you would write it like this: 1 and 2/5. Use the number line to add the fractions. So let's look at our first question here, which is 4/9 plus 4/9 plus 8/9. Now, what I would say you should do first is add the numerators together, just to see what our numerator in the end would be. So what I'm asking you to do is 4 plus 4 plus 8. What do you get? You would get 16. And what would our denominator be? Remember what we've said about the denominator, it never changes. So it would be 16 over 9. Now, what I would like for you to do is to go back to your number line and find this fraction in it. Where's 16/9? There it is. So to find the mixed number fraction for it, the equivalent fraction, you just look on top of it and you see it being written here. So that would be then 1 7/9 as your fraction, but you can leave it as this if you would like to. These are just 2 different ways of writing the same answer. Our second fraction question is over here: 4/9 plus 5/9 plus 8/9. I'm just going to rub out how we're working out here so it's not confusing us. Okay, 4/9 plus 5/9 plus 8/9. What I would like for you to do is the same thing, adding the numerators together. So what's 4 plus 5 plus 8? What do you get when you do that? 17. Fantastic. And what would our denominator be? 9, because the denominator does not change. So look for 17/9 on your number line. There it is. And what is the equivalent fraction to it if you want to write it in a different way? 1 8/9. So that would be our answer. It can either be 17 over 9 or 1 8/9. That is the equivalent to it. Very well done. Our next question, let me just rub this out first because we are moving on to another question. Next question is 1/9 plus 11/9 plus 1. What I would do first is change this into a fraction. Now 1 is the same as 1 over 1, but already we can see here that it's not got the same denominator as our other 2 fractions, so we need to change it. How do we change 1 so that it becomes 9? What do we do to the 1 to get it from here to here? What do we multiply 1 by? 9. Good. And what you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So if you've multiplied the bottom by 9, then you also have to multiply the top by 9, just like that. So what's 1 times 9? 9. So our new fraction question is, I'm going to write it here, 1 over 9 plus 11 over 9 plus 9 over 9. What would that be? Work that out for me. You're going to add the 1, the 11, and the 9 together. Off you go. Work that out for me. If you said 21 over 9, then you are absolutely correct. Now, this is not part of our number line, boys and girls. So I would like to see if you can challenge yourself, push yourself by working out the equivalent fraction to this using whole numbers. Now, the way to do that is to see how many times the 9 goes into 21. How many times does 9 go into 21? 2 times. What's the remainder? 3. And the denominator does not change. It's over 9. So your equivalent fraction to 21 over 9 is 2 3/9. So that would be your answer. Very well done if you managed to push yourself and work out the equivalent fraction like we've just done together. We're on to our final question, which is something over 9 plus 5/9 plus 7/9 equals 17/9. The way in which to do this is first add 5 and 7 together. What's 5 plus 7? It's 12. So we've gotten our answer of 12, but we need to get to our answer 17. So what do you add to 12 to get 17? Count how many steps you'd have to take. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 5. And that is our missing number. The reason why the missing number is 5 is because when you add 5, 5, and 7 together, you will get your answer of 17/9. Let's have a go at solving this question. Mo and Teddy are solving 6/13 plus 5/13 plus 7/13. Mo says that the answer is 1 and 5/13. Teddy says that the answer is 18/13. Who do you agree with and why? I agree with, who do I agree with? Let's have a think. I agree with Mo and Teddy. What a twist, boys and girls, because, let me just write my because. Now let me show you why that is the case. Let's work out the answer ourselves. And what we do, remember, number one step is to add the numerators together. So 6/13, I'm just rewriting it because this is part of my explanation. So what is 6/13 plus 5/13 plus 7/13? Simply, you add the numerators together. So 6 plus 5 plus 7. You should get 18 over, denominator does not change, 18/13. So in that case, Teddy, you are correct. But 18/13 is the same as, or actually, do you know what? I could do even better than writing is the same as. Do you know what I'm going to write? I'm going to write, be very careful with the, oh great, I knew that was going to happen. Let's just rub it all out. Oh, there we go. Go back to our pen. Rewrite my 3. Right, so 18/13, which is equivalent to, what is 18/13 equivalent to? Remember, figure out, to work out the equivalent, you figure out how many times 13 goes into 18. That's 1 time. What's the remainder? 5. And what's the denominator? Doesn't change. 13. And that is Mo's answer. So both of them are correct. They've just shown the fraction in a different way to one another, but it's the exact same answer. And they've done the exact same question as well, just like I've done with you here. Time for your independent tasks. You are going to complete the additions. Off you go. There are 4 to do there. Have a go, and then we'll go through the answers together. Right, let's go through the answers together. 1/5 plus 2/5 is 3/5. 1/5 plus 3/5 is 4/5. Now it's not showing me 4/5 in that diagram. So what am I going to do? I'm going to show it myself. I'm going to do the yellow highlighter, and I'm going to shade in 4 of those squares. 1, 2. So one's already been done. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. That shows us 4/5. Let's continue. 3/8 plus 3/8 is equal to 6/8. Well done. And I'm going to do the same thing here, where I'm going to show that in my diagram. So how many do I have to shade in? 6 altogether. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6/8 highlighted there for you. And then lastly, 3/8 plus 1/8 equals 4/8. Fantastic. And get my handy dandy highlighter. Let's use pink this time. How many parts out of 8 do I have to shade in? 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there you go, you've added 2 fractions together. Let's try these ones now. Complete the additions. Give your answer as a mixed number where necessary. Have a go at answering these and then we will go through the answers together. Off you go. Right, let's go through the answers together. 3/7 plus 3/7 is equal to 6/7. Now, where it says give your answer as a mixed number when necessary, that means you have to give your answer as a mixed number when the numerator is bigger than or greater than the denominator. Okay? And in this case, for question A, the denominator is bigger than the numerator, so we don't need to give our answer as a mixed number fraction. Question B, 3/7 plus 4/7 is equal to 7/7. And that's equal to, or that's equivalent to, 7 divided by 7, which is 1. So you could either write 7 out of 7, or you could write 1. Let's take 6/7 as well. Question C, 4/5 plus 3/5 is equal to 7/5. And as a mixed number fraction, that would be 1 2/5. So well done if you got those. Question D, 8/5 plus 6/5 is equal to 14/5. As a mixed number fraction, that would be 2 and 4/5. Question number E, 8/11 plus 6/11 is the same as, or it equals 14/11. As a mixed number fraction, that would be 1 and 3/11. Next question, now we've got 3 fractions we're adding together here. 4/11 plus 4/11 plus 6/11 is equal to 14/11. And as we've seen from our previous question, that is equivalent to 1 and 3/11. Next question, we have 3/11 plus 3/11 plus 8/11 is equal to 14/11 again. And that's equal to, we just need to look at our previous answers, 1 3/11. Fantastic, boys and girls. Lastly, question H. 3/7 plus 3/7 plus 8/7 is equal to 14/7. And that is equivalent to 2, because 7 goes into 14 2 times. So that's a whole number there for you. Next independent piece of work. Complete the number sentences. Off you go. The answers to these questions are as follows. Question A, 3/8 plus 4/8 equals 7/8. Question B, 3/8 plus 5/8 equals 1. Question C, 3/16 plus 13/16 equals 1. Question D, 4/9 plus 7/9 equals 11/9, which is equivalent to 1 and 2/9. Question E, 4/9 plus 9/9 equals 13/9, and that is the equivalent to 1 4/9. Question F, 4/9 plus 12/9 equals 16/9, and that is equivalent to 1 and 7/9. Question G, 5/7 plus 4/7 plus 5/7 equals 2. And lastly, question H, 5/7 plus 11/7 plus 5/7 is equal to 3. That is all for our maths lesson for today, boys and girls, which was to add more than 2 fractions together. Really, really good job completing it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.